You want to hire a dietitian business coach, but you're not exactly sure what to look for or who's a good fit. In today's video, I got you covered. We're going to break that down. So the first question is, how do you know when you need a dietitian business coach? And the answer is simple: if you're feeling overwhelmed, if you need an extra push, if you're seeing that sales and growth are slow, might be time to hire a dietitian business coach. Or if your company has outgrown its systems and processes. Or maybe you're having a hard time delegating. With a business coach, you're getting a trusted advisor who has your support and who's got your back in your process of growing your own business, and that's pretty invaluable. Now, I've had a dietitian business coach when I first started, and the experience was incredible. She was somebody who was an advocate for me. Like me, she's a continuing education provider, and she worked with me to help me get my ideas off the ground and support me for things I struggled with, like using technology and knowing how to price my services, the very things I teach now. And it was a really great experience. And after working with a dietitian business coach for years, after my business had gone through several levels from 0 to multi-six figures, at another point, I hired a different coach who helped me at a different stage of business, and then another coach who helped me at a very different stage of business. I've hired coaches for different stages of business for different goals that I've had, and I will always look back so warmly and fondly at my experience with a dietitian business coach, my first several years of getting my virtual practice off the ground. So you might be wondering, what are good questions to ask a dietitian business coach? What types of clients do they work with? For example, dietitians. If you're looking for a dietitian business coach, you might want to know that a dietitian business coach works with dietitians. Now, maybe a dietitian business coach works with a lot of people, including dietitians, but you want to ask what their experiences are like and how aware they are of the field and the nuances of the field and the nuances of you and your headspace and your process. You want to ask, does that dietitian business coach help specifically with digital products, or maybe insurance, or maybe confidence? Whatever it might be, you want to make sure you're really clear with what does that dietitian business coach specialize in, because there are dietitian business coaches that do different things, and somebody who might have vast knowledge in insurance or billing or things that are group practice or bricks and sticks model might be very different than somebody who is an expert at digital product creation and sales and marketing and operations. You want to ask, what is a coach's personality? You want to ask yourself, what resonates? For me, I am honest and empathetic, and I have my personality scores on my website, so you can check them out. They've always been there. I want to be very clear about what I'm like when people start to work with me so that they get a clear picture. And that's also why I do offer webinars and sales conversations so people can get to know me. On the Myers-Briggs, my personality is ENTJA. Do you know what that means? Have you taken Myers-Briggs? I took it in college a long time ago, and I wish I remembered the score, because apparently it can change with time. And I don't remember what the score was when I was 21, but I did take it again a decade later. And the cool thing about me and my personality is that I can switch hats from coach mode, where I'm asking you to look within, to consulting mode, where I'm actually instructing you and giving you advice. And I do practice a client-centered approach, so I ask you, what do you need from me? How can I support you? Would you like me to put on my metaphorical consulting hat? And if you're in my programming, you've probably seen me do that, because I want people to physically see through Zoom when I am changing from a consultant hat, to a coach, taking off that consultant hat. And the reason is that, a lot of people say that they want a coach to help them look within, but when I work with clients, they really want to be told what to do. And that's why working with a coach is such a great experience, because you can learn more about yourself. I want to ask a coach about what their values are and what matters to them and how are they living out their values. And that is a really good differentiator to learn about what type of coach is going to be a good fit for you and your needs. Ask what they care about. Here at Dietitian Boss, we have our values displayed on our website, and we also talk about them on our podcast, Instagram Lives, here on YouTube. It's definitely something that is very clearly apparent with how we run our business. And internally, I actually send a newsletter to our team and talk about our values and highlighting staff members for showcasing our values on a regular basis, because I know through my education and being mentored that creating and living the values of your business is very important. The question for you is, Are there certain types of values that you resonate more with than others? Ask what results they see. You can ask for case studies and really take a look at what are the past results that a coach has seen with some of the clients that they've worked with. And that's why case studies are so powerful. And we have over 200 episodes from clients at different levels, starting, growing, scaling their private practice, to show that we help them with budget, operations, brand messaging, group practice, hiring, anything that has to do with digital product creation, to brand sponsorships, to negotiating higher pay, the whole spectrum of business development. And we've got a lot of case studies that show you that, from 0 to 6 figures, 0 to 7 figures, dietitians that just want to create a side business. So whatever you want, we can show you those case studies. And it's important when you're interviewing a dietitian business coach that you ask them what kind of results are they familiar with. And then you really want to see the proof. You want to be able to read or look at those testimonials or case studies and get a sense of those results and see if that aligns with what you're looking for. You want to ask what size business the coach specializes in. For us, it's small business, more specifically lifestyle business. So I don't really work with drop shipping or physical products. It would be more about lifestyle business, which could be coaching, consulting companies like dietitians that are either solo practice or group practice. They're probably selling products and services over the internet, but they are probably not predominantly brick and mortar. Or if they are brick and mortar, I'm helping them shift to a digital space. So online business and lifestyle business, meaning more specifically, I help dietitians who want to find systems and ways to work less in their business so that they're not married to their career, but their career fulfills them and stimulates them and helps them help other people, but they also have a life outside of that. Whether that means that you really love spending time with your family, or you love traveling, or you like other creative endeavors like playing the piano, or maybe you secretly are a comedian on the side. I don't know. The idea of a lifestyle business is that you are not only doing this one thing for traditional 9 to 5, because let's face it, the traditional 9 to 5 work week is dead. And I'm here to represent that a lifestyle business, which can be a 4-day work week, even a 3-day work week, that is the future. And if you're interested in that type of model, well, then we might be a good fit, because I can help you get there. Ask the coach, what do you do best? You want to ask the coach their area of expertise. You want to ask a coach, what do you do best? And if you get an answer like entrepreneurship, that's a little broad. So you want to ask the coach to go a little deeper. Now, you want to ask the coach what their specialty is. And maybe it's not enough to say dietitian business coaching. You want to ask, well, what within dietitian business coaching? There are some dietitian business coaches that specialize in insurance. There are other dietitian business coaches that specialize in helping fat positive practitioners. And so that is a very clear stance. So you want to find out, what is the area of expertise that the business coach you're considering working with? What is it that they do? And for me, it's sales, online marketing, developing and codifying your program, meaning the materials that you're delivering for your clients. And it would also be small teams, anything that has to do with managing and creating a small virtual team. Something I'm really proud I've been able to do, and I've been able to help our clients as well, whether they're solo practices or group practices. And finally, what is the role of a business coach? I think this is actually a really important topic and something for you to think about in terms of expectations. A business coach's goal is to guide someone to build their skills, creating strategies with the client that the client will execute, improving mindset, helping you identify your limiting beliefs so that you can push them out of the way. The coach can't push them out of the way. You've got to do that work. So the coach can help you identify, but ultimately you're going to be the one executing and taking the action. And that's why ownership is so important in the coach-coachee relationship. And then, of course, there's coaching versus consulting. You might have remembered that consulting hat I put on metaphorically earlier. Let me take it off. So think about, do you want someone who can navigate between coach and consultant? Or do you want more of a consultant? Or do you not really care? And it's okay if you're not sure, but that's an important conversation for you to think about internally and then engage with when you're talking to a coach. And if you're not sure and you're overwhelmed and you don't feel like a coach is a good fit right now, that's okay too. Maybe you're not ready. If you're not ready for a coach, you might be ready to take a course or join our membership, which is a community of other clinicians, dietitians that are working on starting and growing their practice. And in my Rebellion membership, I have a whole series of curriculum. I have my signature course, access to me and my team, live teaching, Q&A, private community, and it's not exclusive one-on-one, but you'll get a taste of what it would be like if you were to hire someone from my team, including me, as your future coach. So remember, you don't have to right away hire a business coach. You can look at your options and you can join a community like a membership or a course before you decide to make the leap. If you are serious though, I want you to consider the questions I asked above and consider talking to some coaches that you might be interested in working with and see who would be a good fit. If you like this video, I want you to check out this next video about the 5 steps to start your dietitian private practice.